Hello again, people and gamers. I'm Blunty, and I'm sorry to have kept some of you waiting so long for this review, but clearly I forgot how idiotically busy this time of year gets for me. Sorry about that, but it's here now. So in any case, this is the Moga Pro, and a while back I reviewed the Moga Pocket controller, which I liked quite a lot, and as its name suggests, is weighted towards being pocket-friendly. But as my review of it revealed, that came with a few compromises. The Moga Pro, however, says screw you to the trade-offs being pocketable asks of it, and instead offers up a more complete and full-featured console-style controller for the mobile gamers out there who refuse to compromise. I think we can all admit smartphone games can be surprisingly awesome. The simple ones that only ask you to swipe and tap and perhaps even tilt work very well indeed, but any control scheme more complex than that and only misery and annoyance await the passionate gamer. And I know I'm not alone in thinking that quite a lot of otherwise excellent games on smartphones are completely foobarred by their awkward on-screen control systems that often are simply just trying to emulate a proper controller anyway. Enter the Moga Pro. It's built exactly like the console controllers from Moga's sister brand, Power A, and when I say that, I mean that they're built exactly the same. They're built from exactly the same components, the same sticks, the same buttons, the same pads, the same grips. You get the point. So this isn't a phone gamepad trying to be like a console controller. This is a proper console controller that has had the bits needed to talk to smartphones jammed inside it. And by people who know what the hell they're doing with controllers. So it can only be good news, can't it? And yes, I'm happy to report that all this has made it unquestionably the best gamepad I have ever used on a smartphone or tablet device by a very wide margin. It, as you'd assume, connects over Bluetooth, so compatibility isn't going to be an issue. Pretty much any device with Bluetooth and Android 2.3 and upwards will have you humming, no worries. And of course, there's also a free Moga app that makes connecting and configuring super duper easy, and also can serve as a storefront for all the games that have had specific support for the Moga controllers built into them. The layout and feel are next to identical to a standard Xbox 360 controller, except that it's lighter, and the D-pad is much, much less mushy, and the Moga's textured rubberized grips make it even more comfortable and secure to hold. And that feeling of grip and security is important because, like the Moga Pocket before it, there's what they call the Moga Arm thingy that flips out and offers up a spring-loaded clamp to which you can attach your phone directly to it for playing on the go when you don't happen to have your phone on a stand on a table or hooked up to your TV, for instance, for some couch time play. Better still, inside the Moga Pro's box you'll also find a collapsible stand for your tablets as well. It's simple, small, light, and works perfectly. It runs on an internal battery that is recharged over a standard micro USB port, and that battery is rated for up to 14 hours of playtime. And while that can be a bit tricky to measure out in real life scenarios, it certainly seems about right to me. The damn thing runs for ages on a charge. Now, the things that, for me, make the Moga Pro superior to the Moga Pocket are mainly twofold. First, proper, proud-standing thumbsticks instead of the circle pad-style sliding analog nubs of the Pocket. And secondly, and most importantly for me personally speaking, that D-pad. I lamented the absence of a D-pad on the Pocket because I love me some old-school emulator action and arcade-style gaming, and many of those types of games are, well, they're crappy experiences with the analog thumbsticks. But with the Moga Pro, it's happy fun times. The D-pad isn't too clicky and it's not too spongy, it's comfortable with a slight convex curve to it, and it's nicely responsive. In fact, the same can be said about all the controls on it in general, actually. They're really nicely balanced, from clicky buttons for positive feedback, which, by the way, you can optionally backlight if you like with the press of a button on the back, smooth analog triggers, nice grippy thumbsticks with well-calibrated and responsive actions, and yes, of course, they click in for a secondary action. And in-game, it didn't feel at all laggy or unresponsive or anything like that. It felt like a proper controller should. In its own right, it's a very good controller. It just so happens to be a very good controller that you can use with your Android devices. Now, at the time I'm making this video, it is Android only, but now that iOS 7 is out, and it has introduced native gamepad support into iPhones and iPads, I'm hoping iOS compatibility isn't too far away. So, while it's not pocket-friendly like its baby brother, it is easily baggable, and that is all it needs to be as far as I'm concerned. It's an excellent choice for the mobile gamer looking for a markedly superior gaming experience on their phone or tablet, whether you're out in the world or hooked up through your TV at home. I've got no worries about recommending this little beastie to you. Go find one, check it out, buy one. Thanks for watching. I am Blunty, and I will catch you next time.